With that wind out of the northeast, that's going to really clear out the cloud cover, and it will help to warm us back up to the 70s, 80s, and even low 90s as we get to Saturday into parts of our desert communities. A few high clouds perhaps, but it will stay dry until Monday, Tuesday of next week. We are anticipating yet again another storm system that's going to bring some rain into northern central California, some snow into the Sierra Nevada, which is great news, and then some light showers, it looks like, for us here in SoCal. So just be prepared for the possibility of that next week, Monday into Tuesday. Otherwise, the air quality looking really good right now. Look at all the green dots on the map. That's always nice after a storm, right? If you're headed to the beach, temperatures on the sand very similar to water temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Surf height-wise, 2 to 4 feet, Ventura County to LA County beaches, 1 to 3 plus, Orange County and San Diego. Here's our 7-day forecast as we break it down and gradually warming up. 68 degrees today along our coast to 72 on Friday and Saturday. Downtown LA, inland Orange County, around 71 today, which is just a degree shy of the average of 72. We'll get above that by Friday, 76. And look at that 80-degree temperature on Saturday. Lots of sunshine. And then that 10% chance at this point for some showers next week, Monday. 72 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, getting to those low 80s by this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And then the mountains, a lot of that sunshine today. 52 will melt some of that snow that we got yesterday. 57 tomorrow to some gustier winds Thursday into Friday, and then low 60s for the upcoming weekend. High desert areas, 68 degrees today, getting to those 70s this weekend, nearly 80 on Sunday, and out towards the Coachella Valley if you're headed for festival weekend number 2. We are anticipating, look at that, the complete opposite of what we just had this past weekend, getting into the upper 80s and low 90s for this upcoming weekend. So dress appropriately for that heat. All right, now let's do some TV shout-outs. I want to apologize. Yesterday I got the pictures mixed up, but today I got it right. We want to wish these two a happy birthday to Paula and Addie. Your family loves you so much. And this picture came from Trang Lei. Sent us that photo. And then a happy 7th birthday to Hendrix. I love your name, Hendrix. So cute. You light up our lives. Say Nani and Papa. They love you so much. So cute. All right, keep those pictures coming. All you have to do is email them to us. Email tvshoutouts@fox.com. Make sure you attach the photo. That's really important. Give us their name, too. And a little tidbit of info. Email tvshoutouts@fox.com. All right, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. So fresh off winning the NCAA tournament, a record 5 women from UCLA were selected in the first round of the WNBA draft.
The Washington Mystics select Lauren Betts, UCLA.
Boom! Lauren Betts is headed to the Washington Mystics. She was selected with the 4th pick overall. The Bruins had 6 players overall selected in the draft, the most ever by one school in a single draft. 5 went in the first round, which was also a draft record. Gabriela Jaquez was selected 5th by Chicago. Kiki Rice, number 6 by Toronto. Angela Dugalich, number 9 by Washington. And Gianna Neepkins was selected 15th by Connecticut.
Washington's going to be good.
Yeah.
Taco Bell bringing more caffeine to Orange County as it plans to open its 6th Live Mas Cafe, and this one is going to be in Mission Viejo.
Oh boy.
The new spot will host events all week, including free drinks, giveaways, living up to the grand opening, which is Saturday. Teachers and students can also score free drinks on select days. Just show that valid ID. The grand opening runs Saturday from noon to 3 with freebies and activities for the community.
McDonald's is looking to energize their lineup of drinks coming as soon as next month. It includes a Dirty Dr. Pepper, a Mango Pineapple Refresher, and even a Red Bull Dragonberry Energizer. It's a new way to try to appeal to Gen Z customers. The Dirty Dr. Pepper, isn't that with just cream in it?
It is.
It is? I've never had it before.
The dirty drinks are just, like, they just add cream, or a type of cream.
It sounds good.
No, it's like a...
Have you had it?
No, but it's like a... What in the old days? They just put cream in stuff, like in, in sodas. What do they call it?
Cream soda?
Like a cream soda. Basically it, isn't it? Isn't it cream soda?
Yeah.
Just a new name. You know, dirty.
Dirty.
Still ahead, we're talking Armenian Heritage Month. The owner of Mini Kebab will join us in the studio showing off their must-try menu items.
And World Cup tickets hidden around major cities, including right here in LA. We'll tell you who is behind this real-life treasure hunt coming up.
I was going to get ready to walk out.
What's stopping you now, buddy? Just go for it. Goal!
Goal!
On and on. All right, and welcome to Good Day LA. It's 8 o'clock on this Tuesday. I'm Jen Lammers.
I'm Bobby Castro. Thanks for being with us. We do have breaking news off the top here. LA Unified School District classes are in session this morning, thanks to the district and the last of 3 unions reaching a last-second tentative contract agreement.
Let's go right out to Mario. He's standing by with just how close we came to a massive walkout. Good morning.
It was down to the wire. We're talking about an announcement that came out early this morning at 2 o'clock, and it was finally announced that a deal had been reached with all 3 unions involved in this potential strike that could have impacted hundreds of thousands of students and families across the district. So let's start with this statement from LAUSD officials, reading in part. We're pleased to announce that we have reached an agreement in principle with SEIU Local 99 that will allow schools to be open. Now, ahead of the potential strike involving those 3 major unions, students rallied in support of school staff in solidarity. There was a real concern that classrooms would be shut down today. SEIU Local 99, representing about 30,000 essential workers, well, they were prepared to walk off the job with teachers and administrators ready to join if a deal wasn't reached with all 3 unions. But overnight, that breakthrough, the Service Employees Union and LAUSD reaching a tentative agreement, including a 24% wage increase, expanded health benefits, and more work hours. Meanwhile, LAUSD's interim superintendent joined Mayor Karen Bass following that announcement, saying he's grateful a strike was averted.
Gratitude to Max, to the SEIU leadership team, Thank you to our larger community for hanging in there with us. Thank you to Mayor Bass and her team for leaning in and getting us here.
I stand at the ready 24/7 to make sure that the children of the city of Los Angeles prosper and have the benefit and privilege that I did.
Mayor Karen Bass stepping into negotiations, saying a strike would have created a major burden for working parents, and the city was even preparing emergency plans for childcare, but those contingency plans no longer needed. Now back out here live at City Hall this morning. In the next few hours, we're expected to learn more from union leaders and city officials about that deal that was reached overnight. For now, live downtown. Back to you, Bob and Jen.
Mari, we know that LAUSD and the unions, in some respects, were pretty far apart going into these negotiations. How close did the unions get to what they were asking for?
Well, the unions are celebrating wins here. As far as the SEIU Local 99, they received double digits here, 24%. That's one of the largest gains that the union has seen during contract negotiations. And when it comes to the teachers union, well, they had initially been asking for a 17% pay increase over 2 years. They met closer to 12, just below 11.65. But keep in mind, the teachers are building off of gains that they already had made back in 2023. They won a 21% increase. So, yeah, they're looking at this as another victory.
And the district had been looking at these budget deficits. That's what they were saying all along. And they were saying they weren't able to pay for those increases. So how does the district plan to pay for these new contracts?
Well, right now we know the district is dealing with a shrinking budget, also declining enrollment, which oftentimes determines how much money they get from the state. So they've been using reserve funds to fill in that budget gap. And while they may be able to pay for those contracts now, the teacher's contract alone, over 2 years worth over $1 billion, there are questions about sustainability and what it looks like moving forward with these contracts.
All right.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank you, Mario. Let's get to Marie with a look at the forecast. Gosh, we had some thunderstorms yesterday.
Yeah, did you hear some of that thunder?
Roaring thunder.
It was
It's
loud.
funny, though, how here in Southern California, we hear the thunder. We're like, ooh.
Well,
like everywhere else, everyone's like, oh, what is that? You
well,
know?
because we don't get it as often.
We don't get it.
Of course, we're going to go, ooh, that's fun. But we don't get it like
other places, like the ground shakes, and they're all freaked out. Here, we're like, yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yes. That's right. So we have our pluses and minuses.
That's right.
But we did kind of freak out a little bit with that yesterday, and that was all related to that area of low pressure. It really brought us the instability yesterday. That storm system now well to our east over the Four Corners and left behind some really nice conditions, actually. We have mostly fair skies outside, just some very patchy clouds, mainly near the coast. Temperatures a little on the cooler side, a little chilly early this morning, and still pretty chilly, actually, in Big Bear. It's below freezing right now. It's 30 degrees there. It's 60 degrees in Palm Springs, 53 in Woodland Hills, 57 downtown LA right now. It's 51 in Pasadena and just barely out of the 40s, 50 degrees in Palmdale. Our high temperatures today up towards the high desert areas around 68 degrees, 83 in Palm Springs out in the low deserts. The mountains 52 degrees this afternoon with lots of sunshine. That'll melt away all the snow we got yesterday. Downtown LA around 71, which is just a degree shy of the average of 72. Around there, we're expecting for the valleys and the Inland Empire, 68 along our coast. A much bigger warm-up expected for the weekend. I'll show you that in just a few minutes. But first, let's head back up to Stu in SkyFox, get another look at our freeways. And this is a really pretty shot, Stu. Where is this?
Well, thank you, Maria. I was like, looks like we're on some alien planet, don't we? It's actually Universal Studios. That new skyline's coming together, making interesting things to look at. What's interesting here as well? The 101 Universal Studio, Universal City. Take a look at that. That's going to be the headlights. It's going to be southbound, making your way out of the valley into the Hollywood area. It is a little slow and go. We didn't find any crashes, just really high volume. This is unusual traffic pattern, so give yourself extra time if southbound on that 101. As you ride northbound out of Hollywood into the valley, take a look at that. Wide open and moving well. Sending it back to y'all in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Stu. Thank you. So we have some breaking news here to tell you about. An Amber Alert is in effect for Southern California. Authorities are searching for a 3-year-old boy and the man who allegedly abducted him from South Los Angeles.
Rachel Aragon live at LAPD headquarters with more on this search. You've been on the story, Rachel, for, gosh, a couple of hours now. Any updates?
Yeah, Bob, Jen, good morning. We know it's about an hour ago or so, LAPD confirming to us they're still searching for this missing 3-year-old, but they also confirmed to us that the suspect is now believed to be the ex-boyfriend of the child's mother, but not the biological father. Take a look here at these pictures. It gives you a better idea of the two authorities right now are looking for. The taller, the 3-year-old I just mentioned, at the center of all this is Messiah Evans. Authorities believe Evans was last seen in a burgundy onesie, and they say he was allegedly abducted by Joshua Pendleton. The suspect, by the way, is 38 years old, about 5'11". Well, here is video of the Amber Alert, which is in effect not just for Los Angeles County, but also Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties as well. Well, according to CHP, the 3-year-old child was reported missing after they were last seen on the 66th Street and Normandy Avenue intersection around 10 p.m. last night. By the way, Pendleton is believed to be driving a white Saturn Vue, that midsize SUV carrying a California license plate reading 5SH E918. Now back here live again, the newest part we know from LAPD. Again, they're saying that the suspect, there is a connection. They said the suspect is the ex-boyfriend of the child's mother. Again, as mentioned before, we know that the first 24 hours of anyone missing, especially a child, is critical. So if you see him, the child, or especially that white SUV we showed you on screen, you're urged to call 911. Reporting live this morning, I'm Rachel Aragon. I'll send it back to you.
These Amber Alerts really do work in so many ways.
They do.
Let's hope they find this child pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel. We'll check in with you. Let's get the latest on the war with Iran. The U.S. and Iran could go back into negotiations after Pakistani officials offered a second round of talks. A new blockade of Iranian cargo ships in the Strait of Hormuz now underway. Iran is condemning the blockade as piracy and vowed to respond with decisive force, potentially ending the ceasefire. Still, both sides are open to more talks before ceasefire ends next week. Vice President J.D. Vance says the main sticking point is Iran's nuclear program. Peace talks between Israel and Lebanon happening today in Washington. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will lead that meeting. This will be the first high-level face-to-face peace talks between those two countries in over 40 years. Israel seeking the complete disarmament of Hezbollah, a militant group with ties to Iran. Hezbollah won't be involved in the talks.
LA County officials are laying out their spending plan for the next fiscal year today, and it involves major cuts to some homeless services. The county's own plan shows outreach funding being nearly cut in half, dropping from about $54 million to $26 million. It also reduces multidisciplinary outreach teams across the county from 36 down to 28, with estimated engagements falling from about 12,000 to 9,400 a year. This is all according to the county's own homeless services spending plan for the next fiscal year, which starts on July 1st.
The county's plan also eliminates funding for several specific programs. Safe parking, which provides designated lots for people living in their vehicles. Housing navigation, which helps people find secure permanent housing, also being cut. Programs like Youth Family Reconnection and Host Homes, designed to help young people avoid or exit homelessness, also being cut.
The county says it's shifting focus, prioritizing housing over outreach to get people off the streets and into shelter or permanent homes faster. The county's final budget is expected to be adopted by the end of June.
All right, 8:09, let's go upstairs to Stu and check on the morning commute. Hey there.
Hey, Bob, hey, Jen, good morning. This SkyFox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. What a bunch of good-looking cars out there. That's going to be Studio City, and that's going to be the 101. The headlights, those are going to be the southbound 101 coming away from the 405. Do I have to say it? No, it's going to be slow and go. Look at that. Kind of just bunching up. Thank goodness no crashes, but high volume indeed. Between the 101 and the 134 split, give yourself extra time. Now, if you're heading into the valley, that's a different story. Look at that. That ride looking good. You're topping out at freeway speeds. So don't expect any miracles, but it does look like a better drive northbound on that 101. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We'll give you a cash offer for your house today. Sell your house the easy way with no commissions, no fees, no repairs, for free, no obligation, cash offer. Go to MyHomeSold.com.
Our top stories this morning, a car crashed into a grocery store in Burbank overnight. This was on Sherman Way, right near the Burbank airport. Police arrested the man who was behind the wheel, saying he is suspected of DUI. The Vallarta store was open at the time of the crash, but there were no injuries.
The man suspected of setting the massive 6-alarm Ontario warehouse fire last week entered a not guilty plea. 29-year-old Shamel Abdul Karim is accused of starting that fire in the Kimberly-Clark distribution warehouse, causing an estimated $500 million in damage. He's facing both local and federal arson charges and could face years in prison if convicted.
A magnitude 5.5 earthquake strikes Nevada. It happened yesterday near Silver Springs. Authorities did not immediately report any injuries or any major damage there. Emergency management officials say they are monitoring the situation, and they're telling people to be prepared for any aftershocks.
Time is running out for you to complete your taxes. The deadline is tomorrow. If you need more time, of course, you need to file that extension, but you will still need to pay on the 15th. That's tomorrow if you owe. You have to estimate.
You do. That's right.
For those who have already filed, many are seeing higher refunds, which are a result from President Trump's big, beautiful bill. However, you might have to wait for you to get your refund into your account. There's slower processing, apparently, as the IRS deals with staffing shortages. Still, financial experts say this will have an impact on consumer spending.
All right, new video from Mammoth Mountain. Look at this gorgeous shot there. A spring storm dumped more than 3.5 feet of snow in California's eastern Sierra Nevada, briefly closing a key interstate and extending the ski season at Mammoth Mountain. The weekend storm came just weeks after a March heat wave melted much of California's snow, forcing many ski resorts to close. Officials tell us Mammoth is open for skiing and riding through at least Memorial Day.
There's nothing better, Maria, than spring skiing, right?
Yep. Well, we were there.
Nice sunshine out there. You can like wear your T-shirt.
Yeah, in the daytime.
Ride down the slopes.
We always knew that they were open until Memorial Day, but I think because of all the snow that's falling now, they typically close down Eagle, Lodge, and Canyon. So I think what they're doing is at Main Lodge is open usually through, but I think they were thinking about maybe opening up at least 1 or 2 more. So maybe full, all the lifts. So really exciting up in Mammoth if you have plans to maybe go back now that you know all that snow fell. I do have some good news. Another storm system is moving in. It looks like on Thursday, this one here, that could be dumping a little bit more in the way of snow there in the Sierra Nevada. And that's not just this one. There could be another one next week, which, by the way, could actually impact our weather next week. Not this one for Thursday, but next week we could be looking at another storm system that will be rolling in that could bring us some light showers next week, Monday, Tuesday. But until then, we're really drying things out here in Southern California. High pressure is going to give us some stronger winds starting late Thursday into Friday. First out of the north and then eventually out of the northeast, which will help to warm us up back to above average this weekend. 70s, 80s, and even low 90s will be coming back just for the lower desert area. So if you're headed to Coachella this weekend for number 2 festival, it's going to be in the 80s and low 90s. There's that 20% chance for some showers back in the forecast for Big Bear next week, Monday into Tuesday. Until then, it's going to stay dry. So that's the good news. Whatever you have planned for the rest of the week and into this weekend, plan for some warmer temperatures. Today, close to average, 71 for downtown LA. That's just a degree shy of the normal temperature of 72. Thousand Oaks, look at all that. Sunshine expected this afternoon, getting to those upper 60s at 2 p.m., 68 degrees. Big Bear, 51 by 2 o'clock this afternoon. That'll melt all the snow that we did get yesterday. Ontario, 71 degrees by 3 o'clock with mostly sunny skies continuing through the afternoon. And then Palm Springs getting a little bit warmer today to those low 80s. All right, let's head back over to the traffic center. We've got Samada back with a look at our freeways. Hey, Samada.
Either
dry roads today.
Oh, yes. Thank goodness for that. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday, we were tracking, some wet roads. Today, all our roadways on the dry side. And we have, unfortunately, this collision to bring your attention. Driving through Glendale going to be a little difficult eastbound side of the 134 at Central Avenue. A couple of vehicles collided here. Emergency crews are headed to the scene. And it's also impacting the westbound stretch, so just make sure you give yourself extra time. And speaking of time, we're going to help you calculate how long it's going to take you to get from downtown to Santa Monica. Allow yourself 48 minutes, 35 minutes northbound 110 from the 405, and 48 minutes along the West 60 from the 57. in. And yeah, take a look on our roads. It's a nice drive there. Back to, we'll stick with us. We'll be right back. Sorry, I overclicked there.
Last shot of LAX. Ooh, looking pretty good.
Clear skies there.
Clear skies. Yeah, we had some of those pop-up thunder showers yesterday. Thunder was rumbling in parts of Southern California. But we're looking at warmer temperatures expected for the remainder of this week. We have some winds that we might be tending to starting Thursday. Maria will be back with a look at your forecast. From the cost of living to public safety and homelessness, the challenges facing California are front and center in the race for governor.
Well, Atea sat down with gubernatorial candidate Javier Becerra to talk about his vision for the state.
What's the #1 driver of your decision to run for governor? What's that one issue that you said, I need to run?
Because I see the California my parents gave me. A father with a 6th grade education who was a construction worker most of his life, a mom who was a secretary who didn't come here until she married my dad when she was 18 and came from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. How is it that they were able to buy a house? Construction worker and a secretary. How is it that they were able to send my 3 sisters and I to college or the military? How is it that they were able to retire on those wages, not in Utah or Idaho or Arizona, but here in California? I want the next generation to be able to say they can do the same thing. So my fight is to give young Californians the same opportunity that my parents had to raise their family here.
How do you make this state more affordable?
Well, you do a couple of things real quickly.
Without raising taxes, by the way.
Yeah, we got to build more housing because the price of homes in California is way too high. There are some 40,000 units of mostly affordable housing that's ready to go. It's just that they're stuck. They're shovel ready. First thing I'll do when I'm governor, I will make sure those shovel-ready projects go out the door so we start showing people there's a unit that you might be able to buy. 2, healthcare. Donald Trump strips $1 trillion out of the healthcare system. Now there's talk that millions of California families are going to have to lose their health insurance coverage. Not on my watch. I will be the healthcare governor because I know what happens. If we don't give people access to healthcare early, to that pediatrician, to that family doc, they'll wait and wait because they can't afford to go until it gets so bad that they say, my kid is hurting too much, taking him to the hospital. When they finally enter the door of healthcare, they use the most expensive door, the emergency room. I'm not going to wait till they use the most expensive door. I'm going to say, in California, we're not taking a knee to Donald Trump. We're going to provide healthcare early, up front. We're going to try to promote wellness, not just treat illness.
Well, speaking of illness, there's a whole lot of mental health illnesses that that we see every day play out on the streets of California. Of course, I'm talking about the crisis that is homelessness.
Yes.
So how do you tackle homelessness? Is this a local or a state issue? What does that look like if you are the governor?
Both. Yeah. We need to continue to help our local governments, the mayors, the county supervisors. They're the ones that have jurisdiction over the streets. They're the ones that have to help pick those people up. The state of California provides billions of dollars to help those local governments. We will do that, but the watchword when I'm governor is accountability. We're giving you billions of dollars. By the way, I'm not giving them billions. The taxpayers of California are giving these local governments billions of dollars. Show us results. You can't continue to ask for money from the taxpayers and still see people lying on the streets. You can't continue to give billions and have the defecation, the urination continue on the streets. Accountability. But for me, this I have to mention, the governor of California should take responsibility to tell the locals, I'm going to help. The way I'm going to help most, aside from the money, my commitment as governor will be, I will not let any Californian on my watch become homeless. Because see, I can guarantee that, because it will cost me more to watch someone lose their home and get on the streets. To pull them off the streets and get them back on their feet would cost more than if I help find out what was it that cost you to lose your home, your mortgage, to stop paying your rent. I'd rather tackle that than tackle the crisis of trying to get you off the street.
Your final pitch to voters out there, maybe the Swalwell voter who doesn't have a candidate right now. What's that pitch?
Please vote. You've got a wealth of candidates to choose from. Please vote. Take a look. Now it's a new day. It's a new race, a wide open race. Please just take a look at what we offer. Who do you think really could deliver those results? Who, when they get behind the desk in the governor's office, won't need training wheels to get the job done? Because the governor's office is not a place for on-the-job training. And so take a look. Who's done that? Who's been there? Who's done those things? Balanced budgets larger than the state of California's budget, declared states of emergency. Who's done that? Take a look. And hopefully then you feel you can trust that person to be your next governor.
All right, and that was Marla Tejas' interview with Javier Becerra there. Still ahead, a deal reached overnight to avoid a strike and LAUSD, what students and parents need to know.
And the owner of Mini Kebab joining us in the studio, showing off their must-try menu items. We'll be right back.
The lengths you go for beauty.
Lengths you go for.
Yeah.
The heels we wear on the daily.
Can I ask you, you know that the trend about the placenta pills?
I don't know this.
No, what's a placenta pill?
Isn't this when
Is this somebody else's placenta or your own placenta?
After you give birth and you
Oh, okay, I do know that.
Your own placenta.
Go on Amazon.
Placenta for sale.
Pills. I guarantee you that's a thing.
Was that a thing when you gave birth about?
They asked you if you wanted to like donate or if you wanted to save it.
Okay.
And the cord blood and all
That's
that
right.
stuff. I forget what I did, actually. It's
And
probably
what-
still in
and
a
what
bank
And
somewhere.
what happens to it when you donate it?
Somebody else gets to use it.
That or research or
Stem cells?
Yeah, stem cells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what
the things we talk
what an
about.
opening conversation.
Just a Tuesday. It's just a Tuesday.
All right. Well, let me change gears, if you will, and let's talk about the nice weather that we are having.
Wow.
Yeah.
Placentia, not
How is the
placenta.
weather in Placentia?
Yeah,
How is
big
weather in
difference.
Placentia?
Big difference. Much more stable. Let's put it that way. Much more stable weather out there in Placentia. We've got chilly morning temperatures, and it will warm up nicely, especially as we get into Friday and Saturday. High pressure is then going to build and give us an offshore flow, and that will provide us with those 70s, 80s, and even low 90s by the time we get to this weekend in the low desert. Right now, we're checking out 58 degrees for downtown LA. The winds already coming out of the northeast, but on the calmer side, 6 miles per hour. It will get stronger and maybe even get some of those wind advisories by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. But until then, we're going to gradually warm up. Yesterday, we cooled down to just 68 in downtown LA, and we did hear some of those thunderstorms roll through, but that storm is now past. It is well to our east. We got some measurable rain on Wednesday the 1st, but nothing really measurable for downtown yesterday. But we did get those scattered showers, and our surplus is still at over 5 inches for the season. We may get to add to that as we get to next week. There's a storm that we're watching on the computer models, and it could bring us some nice shower activity again next week, Monday, Tuesday. In the meantime, it will stay dry. 71 is what we're expecting for downtown LA today. So they'll be up from yesterday, 68, but still a degree shy of the average, 72. So we'll wait and see this afternoon how warm it will get. Our sunset time at 7:24 this evening. Here are the highs we're expecting today. 83 in Palm Springs, 52 in Big Bear, 72 in Pasadena, 72 as well, Woodland Hills, 69 in Oxnard, to that 72 in Long Beach. All right, let's head back over to Samada, get another look at our freeways and our traffic conditions. Hey, Samada.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, everyone. We have a pretty active morning right now. 2 collisions that we wanted to bring to your attention. Southbound side of the 57 Imperial Highway, motorcycle-involved collision has emergency crews rushing to the scene, and it's going to delay you. We've got speeds down to 27 miles an hour, so just a heads up if that's part of your route. And even beyond that crash, you are pretty much slow and go. And things are getting really slow. Northbound side of the 405 at Jeffrey Road, a 2-vehicle crash here, taking away the fast lane. And look at the buildup behind that incident. We've got your speeds down to 9 miles an hour. Your drive through the downtown LA area, we've got about 48 minutes, now 47 minutes to get from downtown to Santa Monica, as I mentioned. 38 minutes, northbound 110 from the 405. Send back over to you.
All right, Samana, thank you. We are following the breaking news this morning. A strike averted. LAUSD and union negotiators reached a last-minute deal overnight, preventing a strike that would have started this morning.
Let's go out to Mario for more. Good morning.
Good morning. This really was down to the wire. I was just reading some of the comments for this story online, and one parent, frustrated with how long it took, says her children missed school today because they all stayed up late waiting for a resolution. And it finally came. Take a look. I'm sure many other parents were waking up to this announcement from LA Unified School District officials saying, in part, we're pleased to announce that we've reached an agreement in principle with SEIU Local 99 that allows schools to be open. Now, leading up to this potential disruption, we saw students rallying in support of SEIU school staff, the workers who keep campuses running every day, from custodians to cafeteria workers and bus drivers. All 3 unions were ready to strike if a deal wasn't reached, even as teachers and administrators reached contract agreements with the district on Sunday. Now, this tentative deal reached with SEIU covers about 30,000 essential school workers. It includes a 24% wage increase. Meanwhile, Mayor Karen Bass says she stepped into negotiations to help prevent a disruption that would have impacted hundreds of thousands of families across the district.
We were all committed to saying that we were going to stay here until we got the job done. We know there is more work to do, But tonight represents a very significant step forward where we have averted a strike.
The district and the city were also bracing for a major disruption for families who rely on schools, not just for education, but for meals, childcare, and daily support services. But as contingency plans no longer needed, schools are open, operating as we speak. And back out here live, we're just outside City Hall at 10 o'clock this morning. Union leaders and city officials plan to detail that deal that was reached overnight. Live downtown, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
A lot of details there, Mario. So the union, did they make any gains in benefits in the deal?
Yeah, a few things that stood out aside from that 24% wage increase. Health care benefits expanding for thousands of those school workers. Hours as well being increased, which will help them qualify for those benefits. And this deal will also prevent the school district from outsourcing some of those jobs, which should protect them long term and help with some of the retention rates for these positions.
We know this is a tentative agreement, but Mario, is there any chance the rank and file might reject this agreement?
Well, that's always a possibility because this still has to go through a vote with all union members, and a majority has to approve it. But I can tell you that union members are framing this as a big victory, so they're urging and encouraging their members to pass this through, and it looks like there's enough momentum to get it through quickly.
All right, Mario Force there. Thank you. And Brooke joins us now to talk more of the specifics of some of these deals.
Yeah, Mario just touched on the big things. I'll try to break them down even more. All three deals still need to be ratified by union members, as you all were just saying, and the Board of Education. Let's get into it. Again, that salary bump is huge, 24% over 3 years, according to the union. They also got no layoffs for IT employees, higher minimum work hours for different employees, which also helps, employees and their families qualify for health insurance protections against subcontracting. That was really important for them when it comes to future job loss. They also got increased uniform and footwear allowances for employees who work on building and grounds, cafeteria workers, gardeners, housekeepers, mechanics, and food production assistants, and more. They've been working under an expired contract since June of 2024. It's interesting because you could say SEIU Local 99 members had the most to lose during a strike, as they would not have been paid. That's likely why it was really important those other two unions had agreed to stand tall with them, no matter their own agreements.
Okay, so that's SEIU. What about the other two unions?
Yeah, okay, let's talk about that, because there were a few things that stood out for me. First, everybody got more money. Everybody was looking for more money. In the long term, everybody got more money. According to the administrative union, their deal includes an agreement on a 40-hour work week for principals and assistant principals. Essentially, they wanted limits on after-hours work that they weren't being paid for, and they got it. And as for teachers, they say they wanted as much money in people's pockets as quickly as possible to offset inflation, and they say they got that, as well as a bump in pay if special education class sizes go over cap. They got paid parental leave for the first time. They also got hundreds of more employees when it comes to counselors and school psychologists.
The teachers, it's a 2-year deal, but you said it's kind of different with all the other unions, right?
Exactly. And even specifically like SEIU, their union, their negotiations were broken down to 4 different units. And so the deal breaks down in different ways, because they're asking for more different things. They need different things. They're set up in different situations, right?
Well, the union and the members were working around the clock on this. That much is clear, because, I mean, gosh, there's a lot of ground to cover in just a very short period of time.
Yeah. And to come up with an agreement like 3 o'clock in the morning, the day that we're trying to figure out whether or not students were going to go to school.
100%. Listen, this is not like, a private business that doesn't care and says, we're not paying you no matter what. You can stay home if you want to. This is the school district, the second largest school district in the nation. And, the 3 biggest unions within that district, and all 4 entities were nonstop saying they don't want to strike.
Right.
So.
All right.
Mountain to climb. All right. Thank you. Love this. Elementary students in Riverside are taking the lead today, and they're showing off skills that go way beyond the books.
This is all part of the annual Leadership Day at Liberty Elementary. Coco is live there to show us what this is all about. Oh, you got the kiddos there this morning. Coco, good morning.
Hey there, we are here at Liberty Elementary School in Riverside, and today is Leadership Day, and it's so important to really celebrate these students, all of their accomplishments, all of their goals as well. I want to introduce you now to Rita and her kids, Carola and Arnaldo. Now, Rita speaks Spanish, so we're going to do the interview in Spanish with her so that she can be comfortable. I'm going to ask her about how today is an important day to celebrate students and why it's important in her opinion. So, Rita, hoy es un día muy importante para celebrar a los estudiantes. En tu opinión, ¿cuál es la importancia del evento?
Están celebrando el Día de Liderazgo, Día del Líder para los estudiantes. Es algo bonito porque tenemos la oportunidad los papás de venir a la escuela, nos hacen un recorrido, nos enseñan todos parte de las clases de los que los niños hacen durante el día.
Wow. So Rita was saying how today is really important to really celebrate that leadership, but that the parents also have the opportunity to be part of this and to go into the classrooms and see what the students are working on. So I'm also going to ask her what the impact is of this school in the community. So, ¿cuál es el impacto de la escuela en la comunidad?
Pues para mí es una muy buena escuela porque aparte de que tiene muchos, ¿cómo se dice?
So she was saying it's good for the students, and you were also saying?
Ay, se me fue la palabra. Tiene ay, ¿cómo se dice? Bueno.
Yeah, está bien. Because earlier she was telling me how it's such an important school in the community because they really make sure to involve the parents as well. Es una oportunidad muchas oportunidades para las papas también.
Para los estudiantes les enseñan a que sean como líderes, les enseñan a que tengan más confianza entre ellos, a que ayuden a las demás personas. Hay mucha motivación para los niños y tanto como los papás, igual podemos venir a la oficina y nos ayudan en todo, en cualquier idioma. Yo me siento muy bien cuando vengo siempre a la escuela.
Well, I love that, and she's saying it really helps promote confidence in both the students and the parents as well, and when she comes into the office, they offer help in any language, so it really helps her feel good, and it offers motivation as well. And Carola, I want to ask you, you've been a part of Leadership Day in the past, and what do you like about it?
I like that most of the kids, they build up on their social skills, so they become more confident in them while speaking up to others. And I also like, while we're planning it, we make a better bond together, so we all become closer and friends, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And it really goes to show how important Leadership Day really is here at Liberty Elementary School. This is the 3rd annual year for them having this event as well. They're going to be doing campus tours, talking all about their future and goals as well. Right. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Coco, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coco.
Family. Thank you, Coco. Okay, entertainment sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino, Ocean Eyes, Wildflower, Birds of a Feather. Now, these are just a few
Birds of a feather.
Birds. They're just a few of the hit songs by Billie Eilish, but forget seeing her in a crown. You should see her in concert. Well, now you can without spending concert ticket prices.
It's your show. It's your creative vision. This is going to blow people's minds. We're gonna put a 3D camera in the cube with you. Awesome. And we'll probably be able to move that to different positions. We're going to have to play some games, but we'll make it look great.
I'm seeing stuff, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour live in 3D, is co-directed by Billie and film icon James Cameron. Yeah, the James Cameron who gave us Titanic and Avatar and Aliens and come on, and the list goes on. We could just keep going. Yeah, that James Cameron.
What an honor.
Truly. And it arrives in theaters on May 8th. Besides behind-the-scenes moments, though, it also offers a look at Billie's connection with her fans, who she says she loves so much, and her unique tour rituals.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Do you have any pre-Good Day?
Do you know any that she has?
I don't. I'm going to have to see it.
Well,
what do you do before the show besides
I put on my snail, muse, and eye patches.
Yeah.
I do that.
Bob, do you go me, 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 me?
No.
Do you listen to talk radio on the drive-in?
Yes, I do. And I try to get See, that's
Do you brush
hair
your hair?
gel. That's hair paste.
Oh,
Okay.
Hair
Hair,
paste.
his hair paste. That's his ritual right there. It's important.
Oh.
All right. You know spiders? They don't like the term sequel.
Uh-oh.
They prefer a spinoff.
Knew it.
Okay. Well, Spider-Man, thank you, does whatever a spider can. And now we're getting to see not one, but 2 new posters for the upcoming brand new day film. Okay, check it out.
Ooh.
Jeepers, creepers, who you see in those peepers? Who do you see there in the eye?
Oh, who is that?
Tom Holland, back as Peter Parker, and Zendaya
As MJ.
return to the franchise.
Oh.
And fans cannot get enough.
That is
I know.
awesome.
Holland describes the film as the most emotional and grown-up Spider-Man movie that he has ever made. The new film swings into theaters on July 31st. You have to know how to do this.
Yeah.
They're
I
web
know.
blasters.
I know well because I got a 4-year-old.
Stan Lee in here, and that's what he did. I said, can we take a picture with you? And he
Bless
goes,
Stanley.
Wow.
Yes, I love
iconic.
yes.
Iconic.
Are they married? Is Zendaya married to?
I don't know yet. The rumor, according to her stylist Law Roach, is that they were already married, but we don't have confirmation.
All right, let's get over to Araxia. She's sharing a tasty segment with us on this Tasty Tuesday. Good morning.
am. Come on over. That's right, Mini Kebab here. We're talking Armenian Heritage Month, so we got to talk about the food, obviously. Armin here with Mini Kebab. Right after the break, we're going to dig into it.
Oh, is that Hubade? Is that, did I say it right?
No.
Oh.
I'll try again.
Even the chef is laughing at
And our
you.
guest just left.
We'll get to Roxy and the chef and then teach you how to say it correctly. Good day, LA traffic, sponsored by the law offices of Jacob and Runyon. Call jacob.com. We do have a couple issues working out there. We're going to take you out to the latest one. Difficult drive, westbound 210 at Sunflower Avenue. 2 vehicles collided here, taking away the fast lane. You got speeds now down to 10 miles an hour. You want to make sure you plan for that. And we also have it in Orange County, 9 miles an hour. That's it behind this collision. Northbound 405 at Jeffrey Road. Just too much traffic, so unfortunately those vehicles are just sitting in the lanes there. Tow trucks are on the way. Real-time traffic look, 43 minutes from downtown to Santa Monica. And now a live Caltrans camera look, the 5 north and southbound at Alton Parkway through Irvine. Looks good. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
You're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
Call Jacob.
And good morning to you. This weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. Beautiful shot here. This is our camera up on our rooftop looking out towards Century City. We're looking at a lot of sunshine. This is what's left behind after that storm system has now pushed off to our east and northeast. So that's the good news. High pressure behind it will start to build. We will get more sunshine. Temperatures will gradually warm up as we get to tomorrow, but big time as we get to this upcoming weekend. We will get some winds coming out of the northeast, and that will help to warm us back up to the 70s, 80s, and even low 90s as we get to this upcoming weekend. Air quality, really good. A lot of green dots on the map here after a nice storm rolled through. Got a little bit of a breeze coming out of the north and northwest, so that's why it's still a little bit on the cooler side today with temperatures staying slightly below the average. If you're headed to the beach, 2 to 4 foot sets will be rolling in for Ventura County, LA County beaches, 1 to 3 plus for Orange County and San Diego. Here's our 7-day forecast here. 68 along the coast, warming up to the low 70s as we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There is a 10% chance as we get to Monday, Tuesday of next week, so that's our next opportunity for rain. Until then, it will stay dry. 71 for downtown LA today, getting up to 76 on Friday, 80 on Sunday, so beautiful conditions for your weekend plans. 72 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, getting to those low 80s, as you can see, for the upcoming weekend. Up into the mountains where we had some snow yesterday, it will be dry today, 52. The winds will pick up, especially Thursday into Friday. It'll be a beautiful weekend with plenty of sunshine continuing. High desert, 68 degrees. And as we get to the Coachella Valley, perhaps you're going there for the festival this coming weekend, we're going to go from 83 today to the low 90s by the time we get to Sunday. Back to you.
Thanks, Maria. Okay, we're celebrating Armenian heritage this month and this morning in the Good Day Cafe. So Araxia is here. Araxia John is here with me to feature family-owned mini kebab.
That's right. Mini Kebab has been serving up authentic, made-from-scratch Armenian dishes right out of Glendale since 1987. Inside Mini Kebab, it's all about family and food, now led by chef and owner Armen Martirosyan. The restaurant has gained national recognition for its high-quality ingredients, open fire cooking, and this morning Armen has brought a full spread for us to dig into. Before we do dig into it though, Armen, you can step back in and get closer to us now. Let's talk about Mini Kebab and the story and your family, the role your family has played in Mini Kebab and how it's really evolved over time.
Generations. My great-grandmother fled to Egypt, so you see hummus and falafel she's brought with recipes all the way back to the States. My dad learned that, and we've developed that as well. My parents basically took traditional Armenian food, and we cooked it from open fire and with love and with recipes. And
when you say open fire, explain to people what that means, because that's what makes Armenian barbecue different.
Yeah, so we put them on skewers, pieces of meat, open fire, just like the fire is hitting the meat, cooking it through as you see it with the protein over here. It's got deep char on it. Well, we like to call it the Maillard as chefs. It's just same technical approach, but it's all flavor kissed. It's really, really nice.
So
to get
your
that beautiful
spot, that's your mom, by the way. Your mom, your dad, it's a small spot. And it's one of those, like, could we call it hole in the wall? I mean it as a compliment, you know?
Mom and pop.
Yeah. Tell us how that works.
Mini Kebab is actually the epitome of a hole in the wall in LA. I don't think there's many of us left. It's just, you know, this the family bred restaurants. It's run by the family, and all we're doing is cooking together collectively. Obviously, we have arguments. You know, that's how it works.
That's every family.
But you can see the passion in the food, and that's our approach.
Oh my gosh, this is really good hummus. I'm just starting.
No, go ahead.
That's grandma's hummus.
That's
the one from Egypt.
What was your grandma's name?
Tigranuhi.
Good traditional
So the
Armenian
hummus
name.
is definitely a must-try item, right?
Yeah, 100%. Well, it comes with the plates, as you see. These are default.
What is this?
So this is our garlic sauce. Actually, we just changed the oil on it. We're using neutral olive oil on it, so you get that yellow tint.
Yeah, I haven't seen garlic sauce. Usually it's white, right?
Yeah, super white.
That is good. Okay, I already can tell just by the smell. It smells so good. But what makes your cooking and your menu items stand out from
all the other kebab?
Yeah, I'm kind of crazy. So there's a process that goes along with all of this, like the chicken that you see over here. We fabricate in-house, we salt water brine for 2 days, and then we marinate for 24 hours. Every single dish that goes out has to be perfect. And with that, it shows our love for the food. And, you know, you work hard for your money. We want to make sure that whatever you spend at the restaurant is is valued in that sense.
So how much will like a plate like this cost you?
It's $22 plus tax at the restaurant. If you order online, obviously a little bit more because Postmates and all these guys
Then
like to jump.
you brought the, what is this, the Caesar wrap that has your grandma's falafel recipe?
Yeah. That's the viral Caesar wrap.
Viral
Caesar with the avocado.
It's got avocado in one. I was like, you guys might want some.
I want you to talk about what you guys have done with social media, because
Sure.
you've really made your spot pop and go viral with social media,
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram.
Well done.
Well, it takes a village, right? And social media in itself helped us gain the exposure because the family, we almost lost the business in 2007. And then through social media marketing, guerrilla marketing, all of that, we were able to gain that traction. I wanted to create stuff like the Caesar wrap. Last year, my friends with Food Beast, they actually came and shot the video, got millions of views, got like 1,000 or 1 million
Look how
saves.
beautiful this is.
It almost looks too pretty to eat.
But we're going to eat.
But
And we're
we're
going to invite our friends.
Yeah.
Hey,
Did you meet
Kebab
the rest
de
of the
Castro.
crew here?
I can only call him Kebab de Castro for today, so I'm going to do it.
Looks amazing.
Okay, so you guys, you got to do it the traditional.
What is the traditional?
yes. Okay, so
That's
traditional
right.
Armenian way pastuch.
Exactly.
So
So you
show
wanna-
them how to do it.
All right, so
Grab it.
yeah, grab a piece of lavash.
Everyone
love
grab a piece of
lavash.
lavash.
Yes,
Love
I
it.
do.
Thank you.
I could just eat it as is.
And then-
Right.
So good.
Well,
That's
if-
the idea.
If we had like spoons and stuff right now, we'd be like
Just
smearing
take the
everything.
meat, like just go in,
Right.
go in. Yes.
Yeah, so
Oh.
go in, grab one of these guys.
Ooh. Can I try the meat?
Yeah,
so
try
beef.
the meat.
All right.
We cook the beef to like medium rare, medium.
All right.
What do you
Unless
want?
you tell me
Like a
otherwise.
chicken, right?
I like a chicken.
Come over
And
here.
then what?
Pardon my reach, though.
And then like wrap it up?
Wrap it up and crush
You
it.
look good. And you put vegetables on it?
Yeah, usually you want to put like a little bit of onion in there and like hummus and garlic sauce.
I like the onion.
Hummus. What?
Yeah, and you
Like,
gotta go to
what
town
was
with it.
this? I forgot what you said that was.
Which one?
Garlic sauce.
That's our garlic sauce. Yeah, that's emulsified with all of
Okay, so traditionally, someone like Armin would be cooking, and we would be around him eating off the grill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And probably taking some like
Shots.
vodka shots.
100%. You gotta
Where
do
are
the
those
shots.
shots?
Where are the shots?
We gotta come to your restaurant for the shot.
Come to the restaurant, we'll drink all you want.
All right. Congratulations on all your success. Thank you for being here. Congrats to your family. Wishing you guys the best of luck. As we say in Armenian, Bari
This is delicious.
akhorjak.
Party.
Bari akhorjak. We'll be right back.
And merci.
Merci. Very French.
Oh, yeah. Breaking this morning, classes underway in the LAUSD thanks to a down-to-the-wire deal for a tentative new contract.
That's right. Without it, the nation's second largest school district would have been shut down by a strike. Mario Ramirez is live with the very latest. Mario?
Sandra, Roxia, a major breakthrough, and it wasn't until about 2 o'clock this morning that district officials announced it had reached a deal with all three major unions involved in this potential school stoppage. Now, take a look. Let's start with this announcement that came from LAUSD officials early this morning. It states in part, we're pleased to announce that we've reached an agreement in principle with SEIU Local 99 that will allow schools to reopen. Now, ahead of the potential strike involving those three unions, students rallied in support of school staff in solidarity. There was a real concern that classrooms would be shut down today. SEIU, representing about 30,000 essential workers, well, they were prepared to walk off the job with teachers and administrators ready to join if a deal wasn't reached with all three unions. But overnight, that breakthrough, the Service Employees Union and LAUSD reaching a tentative agreement, including a 24% wage increase, expanded health care benefits, and more work hours. Meanwhile, LAUSD's interim superintendent, Andres Chait, joined Mayor Karen Bass, saying he's grateful a strike was averted.
Gratitude to Max, to the SEIU leadership team. Thank you to our larger community for hanging in there with us. Thank you to Mayor Bass and her team for leaning in and getting us here.
I stand at the ready 24/7 to make sure that the children of the city of Los Angeles prosper and have the benefit and privilege that I did.
And that breakthrough coming just hours before a potential strike that would have disrupted life for more than 400,000 students and their families across the district. Mayor Karen Bass says she stepped in with negotiations for this strike that would have created a major burden for working parents. Now, union leaders, they are planning to hold a news conference here a little later this morning in about an hour, and we'll have that coming up for you. For now, live downtown, I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
We know that money obviously has played a big factor as far as things that the union wanted. 24% pay hike. That does sound big in terms of what it means in real numbers for the average rank and file service worker. Is that a good deal?
Yeah, it definitely is big when it comes to this particular union, SEIU Local 99. The union had been stressing that the average worker makes about $35,000 a year below poverty level. So this 24% wage increase means an additional $8,400 for some of these workers.
I know they really wanted some job security in terms of the hours they were working as well, because some workers, they were saying, only got 2.5 hours of work. So that is a big issue, too. So you mentioned, Mario, there's going to be a news conference. What are we expecting to hear?
Well, we can expect to hear more details about this deal that, again, was reached overnight. Both sides are saying that this is a big breakthrough. So we're going to hear from city officials as well as union officials, and we'll learn more about some of those health care benefits and some of the details that have been laid out overnight.
All right. We'll stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, Mario, for those details.
All right, let's talk weather with Maria now. Happy Tuesday to everyone.
Yeah, much drier today than yesterday. We had a storm system that rolled through, brought us some showers, some mountain snow. We even heard some of that thunder, right? For some of us, you may have caught it yesterday afternoon. Well, that storm system is now well to our east over the Four Corners, and it's leaving behind mostly fair skies, as you can see, across Southern California. And that will stay with us through the remainder of the week. So it's going to dry out. It's also going to warm up significantly as we get into the upcoming end of the week and the weekend. Right now, it's still on the cooler side. It's warmed up to about 39 in Big Bear. Still chilly in Santa Clarita, just 41 degrees. 50s in Woodland Hills, around 58, 57 in Burbank, to that 55 in Pasadena. 63 currently in Palm Springs, and later this afternoon, it should get up to around 83 there in the low desert. 68 for the high desert areas, 52 eventually up into the mountains with lots of sunshine, as you can see here. That's going to melt a lot of that snow that we did receive yesterday up in our mountains. 72 in the valleys, Inland Empire, 71 for downtown LA, just a degree shy of that average 72 to the upper 60s along our coast. I'll let you know how big of a warm up we're expecting coming up this weekend a little bit later in my forecast. Back to you.
All right, there is breaking news. An Amber Alert is in effect for Southern California this morning. Authorities are searching for a 3-year-old boy and the man who they say abducted him from South LA.
Let's go to Rachel right now, live at LAPD headquarters with more on what we should be on the lookout for. Also, who is this man, Rachel?
Yeah, big question right there. We also know that as of this morning, LAPD confirming to us they are still searching for that 3-year-old toddler. They also confirmed to us that the suspect they believe is the ex-boyfriend of the mother's child. We'll take a look right here at these pictures to get a better view of the two people authorities are looking for. The 3-year-old at the center of all this right there is Messiah Evans. Authorities believe Evans was last seen in a burgundy onesie, was allegedly, they say, abducted by Joshua Pendleton, who again police believe is the ex-boyfriend of the mother. The suspect is 38 years old and about 5'11". Well, here's video of the Amber Alert, which is in effect right now, not just in Los Angeles County, but also in Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties. Now, according to CHP, the 3-year-old child was reported missing after those two were last seen on the 66th Street and Normandy Avenue around 10 p.m. last night. And this is the important part. Pendleton is believed to be driving a white Saturn Vue, that mid-size SUV, again, carrying a California license plate reading there 5SHE 918. Again, back here live in downtown Los Angeles, outside police headquarters. Police again still searching for that suspect as well as that 3-year-old. And again, this is multiple counties that are searching right now with the Amber Alert. If you see them or, of course, that white SUV, you're urged to call 911. Reporting live this morning, I'm Rachel Aragon. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you. We are hearing another woman will come forward this morning to allege sexual misconduct against California Congressman Eric Swalwell. A press conference is scheduled at 9:30 in Beverly Hills detailing the alleged misconduct. We'll bring that to you live when it happens. Now, this comes a day after Swalwell said he would be resigning from Congress amid multiple sexual assault allegations. The Northern California Democrat made the announcement just hours after the House Ethics Committee decided to launch an investigation into him. Before the allegations came out, Swalwell was considered a front-runner in California's gubernatorial race. He suspended his campaign for governor on Sunday. Swalwell denies any wrongdoing, and again, we will bring you the new accusers press conference, which is scheduled to begin about 20 minutes from now.
LA County officials laying out their spending plan for the next fiscal year today, and it involves major cuts to some homeless services. The county's cuts outreach funding in half, about $54 million, that is, to $26 million. It also reduces outreach teams across the county from 36 down to 28. This all according to the county's own homeless services spending plan for the next fiscal year, which starts July 1st.
The county's plan also eliminates funding for several specific programs. Safe parking, which provides designated lots for people living in their vehicles. Housing navigation, which helps people find and secure permanent housing, is also being cut. Programs like Youth Family Reconnection and Host Homes, designed to help young people avoid or exit homelessness, are also being cut. The county says it's shifting focus, prioritizing housing over outreach to get people off the streets and into shelter or permanent homes faster. The county's final budget is expected to be adopted by the end of June.
Also happening today, a vote on the $25,000 security plan at Runyon Canyon. The plan would provide limited guard patrols. Frustrated hikers saying that that's enough, calling City Hall's response to rising violence and arson inadequate, especially when compared to the $1 million the city recently did spend on the new bathrooms there. Critics are arguing the city is prioritizing things that are convenient over safety of the park's 2 million annual visitors, who say the trail has really become increasingly dangerous at all hours of the day. All right, 9:10, let's get over to Maria for a quick check on your traffic.
And Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. As we take a look at our real-time traffic map and our live camera here, this is the northbound 5 freeway at Alton Parkway. The cars coming at you on the left-hand side here is the northbound side of the 5. Both north and southbound sides actually look really good at this hour. Again, this is at the 5 at Alton Parkway. Some of the drive times in and out of downtown LA right now. Coming out of downtown towards the west side in Santa Monica, west 10 between the 5 to the 405, 34 minutes. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 30 minutes. And on that west 60 between the 57 to the 5, really slow today. This hour, 45 minutes there. Now here's a look at some of our other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
Hi.
What's up?
Okay, you'll love this because this is when sports and entertainment collide.
Okay.
Entertainment sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. So before we go to the video, I just want to say a couple named Michael and Grace, they went viral with millions of views for their intense conversation during a Pacers game a few days ago. We cannot show you the video, but Araxia, I have casted you to play my boyfriend. We're just going to do a quick 8-second reenactment, okay?
But I'm not saying it out loud.
You're not saying it out loud.
Okay. Ready? Now?
And now.
And cute.
And then I would say, that's you, that's you. What the are you talking about? Okay, right. So that got captured on camera, but then they became guests on ESPN where Shaq proposed quite a scenario.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if you ask her to marry you right now, I'll buy the engagement ring.
Ooh. Listen.
No, ain't no listen, do it right now. Do it right now. Get on your knee right now. I'll buy the ring. I'll send you the
Look into the camera when you do that.
Look at her face, man. If you guys agreed to come to the wedding, we'll do that.
I'll come to the wedding.
No, you can't.
Well, we got to tell us when the wedding is first before we can do that.
Ask her right now. Go
I
ahead.
didn't agree to this. I didn't agree to this.
But you can say yes or no.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I want to do this.
Let me tell you something. You've already cursed him out on national television. If you turn him down on national television, he better abort.
Oh, my gosh. So the couple appeared on ESPN's Inside the NBA with Ernie Johnson Jr., Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Now, the internet is divided on why Michael didn't directly answer Shaq's proposal. So he didn't say, okay, sure.
He should have gotten down on the knee right then and there, asked his girlfriend. I mean, they could always split the money for the ring if it doesn't work out.
That's what somebody said, but somebody said that they think that maybe he already bought a ring, and maybe
Two
he
is
has
better than one.
Right.
Honey, let me tell you something.
Right, and then he already had his own plan to ask her, so he didn't want it to get ruined by asking her on a Zoom call.
It's fine. You should do it.
You have to learn to let your plan go and go with the flow.
Ooh, nice rhyme.
Let your plan go and go.
Yeah,
with the flow.
honestly, if Shaquille O'Neal didn't give any price cap,
right?
He just said he'd buy the ring.
You take that ring.
You take that ring, Michael.
Oh my goodness.
Michael,
take that ring, Michael.
I know.
Michael.
Double proposal then. Fine.
Right.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good Day LA weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino. What a beautiful view of our LA. Look at downtown. We've got some clear skies, mostly clear skies, really. We've got an area of low pressure that brought us the rain and the mountain snow yesterday. Now pushing off to our east. It's over the Four Corners area, so it's really left us behind with some slightly chilly conditions, or at least earlier this morning. Starting to warm up now that the sun is up, but temperatures are going to stay slightly below average. We're going to see this area of high pressure start to build tomorrow, Thursday. An area of low pressure drops down from the Pacific Northwest. This is going to bring more snow, by the way, to the Sierra Nevada. This will increase the cloud cover a little bit for us, but I don't think it will bring us rain. It will increase the winds a bit as well. And then as that high really builds in by Friday into the upcoming weekend, that's going to give us an offshore flow. And when we get those northeasterly winds, that will help to warm us up back to those 80s and even low 90s for some of our desert communities. So it will be a warm end of the week weekend ahead with temperatures jumping to above average. Next opportunity for rain, not this week, but perhaps next week, as this area of low pressure will move in closer to Southern California and bring us another opportunity for some light showers late Monday to Tuesday. At least that's what the computer models are showing at this point. So I'll keep you posted as we get closer. In the meantime, the rest of this week looks like it's going to be dry, sunny, 71 downtown LA today. 74 in Bakersfield and in Fresno, 75 in Las Vegas. Here's a quick look at your day planner for Big Bear. Lots of sunshine today, so that's going to melt the snow that we did receive yesterday up to around the low 50s at around 2 p.m. Thousand Oaks in Ventura County nearing 70 degrees later this afternoon with sunny skies, and out towards Palm Springs warming up a bit to around 80 degrees later at around 2 o'clock. There's my weather for now. I'll send it back to you.
It is a hidden gem tucked away in the Caucasus Mountains that's capturing the attention of adventurous travelers worldwide. I spoke with the former Armenia tourism head to find out what makes this trip to Armenia such a destination for history buffs, foodies, wine lovers, and adventure seekers alike.
Armenia is honestly a hidden gem. It's definitely a surprise for many people. A lot of people go into it without any expectations. It's filled with warm hospitality and authenticity, and I think over the last few years, people are craving that authentic travel experience.
History buffs can explore Yerevan, the capital, one of the world's oldest cities. Nature lovers can hike uncrowded trails with breathtaking panoramic views. Wine enthusiasts can enjoy more than just a glass of wine.
Armenia is going through a little bit of a wine renaissance. It was basically the birthplace of winemaking. Armenia has the oldest winery in the world, over 6,100 years old. And there was a period of time that Armenia stopped making wine, and over the last couple of decades, they've gotten back into it, and it's really taking off.
But it isn't just about wine and history. For outdoor enthusiasts, Armenia offers something rare in today's travel landscape: solitude in nature. Armenia's landscape is dotted with over 4,000 monasteries rooted in so much history.
Armenia is the first Christian nation that accepted Christianity as a religion. Yerevan is the oldest cities in the world. It's actually older than Rome. And there's monasteries everywhere. Like you mentioned, you could be hiking somewhere, randomly come upon a monastery deep in the forest.
Yerevan is known as the Pink City for its distinctive stone architecture. It's a combination of Soviet-era design with a modern, vibrant cafe culture. Perhaps the best news for travelers, Armenia is surprisingly affordable.
Coffee probably can cost $3. A glass of wine will cost you $5. A bottle of beer will probably cost you $3. For me to go and have a really good, yummy meal could be about 5,000 dirhams. So $12, $13 without alcohol.
Peak travel season runs from May through October. That's also when incredible festivals take place.
Festivals are really big in Armenia. Wine festivals throughout the summertime. There's food festivals. There's also sort of adventure tourism festivals like the Hot Air Balloon Festival. There's the air show as well.
The real magic of Armenia is the people.
A lot of people talk about Armenia feeling like home. Just that warmth, I think, and the hospitality really speaks to them and gives them a feeling of family.
Okay, so are you ready? You want to go?
Beautiful, yes. A lot of wine, too.
The thing is, is you can't just go for the weekend. From the East Coast, it's about an 8-hour flight to Europe and then another 4 to 5.
Oh, wow.
From here in LA, it's like 11, 12 hours to Europe and then 4 to 5. So
a short flight.
That's the issue, right? But when you go, you know, you'll have an amazing time, learn a lot. Eat a lot.
Definitely
eat well.
worth it. It's beautiful.
For more information, go to armenia.travel. I know you would like that.
With the waterfall, it looks so untouched.
And the other thing is it's very safe, especially for women who travel, let's say, by themselves. And English widely spoken. I mean, you can really go there without speaking any obviously Armenian or Russian, which is the second most common spoken language there. But you can easily walk into a restaurant and the menu will be in English.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very doable for travelers.
So we can go to Armenia, then we can go to Japan.
Okay.
So there are 2 people need to fill in for us. We'll be gone for a month. We'll be right back. Hold on. Good morning. Welcome to it, 9:30 on this Tuesday morning. I'm Roxy Carvadian.
And I'm Sandra Enda. Thanks for joining us. And Maria,
yes,
you got our forecast for the week?
I do. It's going to dry out. We had some rain yesterday. We even had some thunderstorms in some areas. We had some mountain snow. All that stuff is off to our east. And the good news is we are going to dry out. We're going to warm up as well. A little tiny bit today and tomorrow, but more so as we head into Friday and the upcoming weekend, as we expect an offshore flow. And these ones are going to increase first out of the north and and then eventually out of the northeast, which, as you know, here in Southern California, that's like a Santa Ana wind that will help warm our temperatures back up to above average. There's that area of low pressure that brought us the wet weather yesterday and the chilly temperatures. It's moving further and further away. We've got an area of high pressure offshore, and this is our computer model here showing us how on Friday that offshore flow really keeping our skies clear. We'll get plenty of sunshine, and it will also keep that storm track away until perhaps next week, Monday, Tuesday. This storm system expected to bring us another opportunity for some light showers late Monday into Tuesday. In the meantime, highs today will range anywhere from 73 in Santa Clarita, 72 in Burbank, 75 in Corona, to that 83 in Palm Springs, and 52 in Big Bear. I'll send it back to you, too.
All right, Maria, thank you. There is breaking news this morning. Roughly 500,000 LA Unified School District students are back in the classroom.
That's right. The district and the last of 3 unions reached a tentative contract agreement just hours before a huge strike was set to begin. Let's go to Mario right now with the details. Hi, Mario.
Roxy, Sandra, in about 30 minutes here at City Hall, we're expecting to learn more about that deal that was approved early this morning, a tentative deal after negotiations ran through the night. And we can tell you that contracts have now been tentatively approved for all 3 unions involved in this potential school disruption. So take a look. Let's start with this statement that came out from the LA Unified School District around 2 o'clock this morning. Reading in part, we're pleased to announce that we've reached an agreement in principle with SEIU Local 99 that will allow schools to be open. Now, leading up to this strike, this potential strike, we saw students rallying in support of these school staff workers, those who keep campuses running every day, custodians to cafeteria workers and bus drivers. All 3 unions were ready to strike if a deal wasn't reached, even as teachers and administrators reached their contract agreements with the district on Sunday. Now, this deal with the service workers union, it covers about 30,000 essential workers. It includes a 24% wage increase, expanded health care benefits, and more work hours. Mayor Karen Bass, meanwhile, says she stepped into negotiations to help prevent a disruption that would have impacted hundreds of thousands of students and families across the district.
But we were all committed to saying that we were going to stay here until we got the job done. We know there is more work to do, but tonight represents a very significant step forward where we have averted a strike.
The district and city were also bracing for that major disruption for families who rely on schools, not just for education, but for meals, child care, and daily support services. But we can tell you schools are open, operating as we speak. And I was reading some of the comments on this story online a little earlier. One parent, frustrated with how long this took, says that her children missed school today. She says they stayed up late waiting for a resolution, and it finally came again early this morning. For now, live downtown, Roxy, Sandra, back to you.
All right, Mario, appreciate that. And Brooke is joining us right now to talk more about the specifics. It's important that we remember that these are tentative deals, right, Brooke?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So all 3 deals, they still have to be.
You know what? We'll get to that in a moment. Right now, we have some breaking news. A woman who claims to have been sexual misconduct allegations against Congressman Eric Swalwell is about to speak. Lisa Bloom, the attorney, right there. This is all happening in Beverly Hills. Let's listen in.
Hello, everyone. Get closer. Hello, everyone. My name is Lana Drews. In 2018, while I was living and working as a model in Beverly Hills, and I also owned a fashion software company, I had contact with Eric Swalwell on 3 separate occasions after meeting him socially. He offered me connections to further my software company, and I also had an interest in local politics. He invited me to 2 public events. I knew he was married at the time and that his wife was pregnant. He was my friend. On the 3rd occasion, I believe he drugged my drink. I only had 1 glass of wine. We were supposed to go to a political event, and he said he needed to get paperwork from his hotel room. When I arrived at his hotel room, I was already incapacitated, and I couldn't move my arms or my body. He raped me. And he choked me. And while he was choking me, I lost consciousness. And I thought I died. I did not consent to any sexual activity. Although I did not undergo a rape kit at the time, I disclosed the assault to the people closest to me. I also recorded these events in my handwritten calendar. The assault and its impact were later documented during my therapy sessions at a sexual assault center in Connecticut. It had a profound impact on my mental health. I self-medicated in an unhealthy way. I did not want to live anymore. I cried all the time for years. At the time, I was in a dating relationship with a boyfriend I was fully committed to. I've never cheated in my life, and I would never have engaged in a consensual sexual encounter with Eric Swalwell. That reality further underscores the non-consensual nature of what occurred. It was a politically unusual and intense time in Beverly Hills, and I was considering a run for city council, which placed me in proximity to political figures and events and added to the pressure to remain composed and silent. Eric was aware I owned a software company, and he spoke repeatedly about his ability to make introductions in Silicon Valley, referencing his political representation and influence there. I was not interested in him romantically, but I was interested in the business relationship and professional connections he offered to provide. My delay in taking action against Eric was driven by fear, not doubt. Fear of his political power, his background as an attorney, and his family law enforcement ties. I have never doubted what happened. I stand with the other women who have come forward, and I will be making a report to law enforcement shortly with my attorneys. To switch places with Eric. I gotta go now.
Hello, my name is Eric Swalwell. I'm a partner and I'm the managing attorney of the Bloom firm, and I'm very proud here to represent Lana. Mr. Swalwell and others have suggested that the allegations against him have or may have political motivations. Those on the other side of the aisle have already begun exploiting his accusers for political gain. I want to say very clearly that neither myself, Lisa, nor Lana care or concern ourselves with the political affiliation of the accused or how these allegations may or may not affect a political campaign or a career. This is about much more than politics, and belittling such serious allegations is offensive to Lana and the victims everywhere. This is not about Democrat versus Republican. This is about accountability versus silence. This is not about the pursuit of governor. This is about the pursuit of justice. This is not about whether you're on the right side or the left side of the aisle. This is about whether you're on the right side or the left side of justice, truth, and accountability. This is not about the end of a campaign or congressional service. This is about the end of exploitation and the abuse of power, political or otherwise. Lisa and I have dedicated our careers to fighting the power in the name of justice, regardless of the politics of the perpetrator. My hope is that this message both encourages others who are suffering in silence to stand up and fight, and also I hope this encourages the grossly politicized American public and politicians to put politics aside when it comes to allegations like these and stand up for what is right and not what is just politically convenient. Thank you.
Hi, I am attorney Lisa Bloom, and I'm very proud to represent the very brave and strong woman sitting next to me today, Lana Drews. Lana deserves what all women deserve: autonomy over her own body. Every minute of every hour of every day of her life, her body is hers to control. And no man, no matter his position of power or station in life, ever has the right to make that decision for her. As her attorney, I have advised Lana of her legal rights. Immediately, we will be filing a police report with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office, which is the law enforcement agency that has jurisdiction over incidents that happen in West Hollywood. Lana is committed to fully cooperating with law enforcement, and we will do everything possible to assist and support her in that. We will be providing all of her evidence there, including text messages, journal entries, photograph, and witness information. We will encourage the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office to fully and promptly investigate her complaint. We will also cooperate with any other law enforcement agencies who are investigating Mr. Swalwell. For example, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, which we understand has already opened an investigation. Because Lana and our law firm are here not just for her, but for the other women, to be helpful in any way that we can. We will not rest until we get justice for Lana. I want to say something now directly to Mr. Swalwell. Your recent statement that you are just not perfect, you are not a saint, is just blather and spin. Stop it. Your statement that this is all just a matter between you and your wife is laughable, if not for the fact that it is a slap in the face to the victims. Your statement yesterday that you just made, quote, mistakes in judgment is defensive and minimizing. Stop it. Own your behavior. To any other women out there who want to talk to us, and I have received messages from other women, we are here to talk to you. To anyone else who is a witness who wants to talk to us, we are here and we want to talk to you. Of course, for free and confidentially. I am very easy to reach via my website, thebloomfirm.com. Supporting women like Lana, who stand with the other women and who show such tremendous courage, is my absolute pleasure. Questions?
Could you please spell your client's name and also tell us when this occurred?
It happened in 2018, as she said. Her name is Lana, L-O-N-N-A, Drews, D-R-E-W-E-S.
How many people have reached out to you that you just mentioned, and have you heard from Mr. Swalwell and says he's going to fight these allegations?
3 other women have reached out to me just since I announced this press conference yesterday. I have not heard from Mr. Swalwell, no.
Swalwell has dropped out of the race for governor. He's running in Congress. What's the next form of justice for you? Because those would be what people would say that's the political motivation. What's justice now?
Justice now are the criminal investigations. So losing one's job is not a sufficient consequence for these types of allocations. We feel that the criminal investigations are the priority.
So, Lisa, are you representing both civilly and criminally, and do you think that Eric Swalwell should face criminal charges for this incident?
We are making a report to law enforcement. We are encouraging them to fully investigate. That is the priority right now.
Will you be filing that today? Will you be going to law?
We will be going immediately. Immediately.
What's your message to Swalwell's wife and children who stay on this right now?
You know, I have nothing but sympathy for his wife and his children. I'm sure this is a very difficult time for them.
And the three women you say who've reached out to you, are they based in California or are they elsewhere?
I'm not going to provide any additional details or information about the three who have already reached out.
What legal hurdles do you anticipate in this investigation?
That'll be up to the law enforcement. Our priority at this point is just to make sure that Lana makes the complaint, makes the report to law enforcement, how they handle the investigation, their strategy, and what hurdles they may, they may find is up to us.
Lisa, often these victims, these women feel that no one will listen to them, no one will believe them. When this news broke over the weekend, did this give your client the feeling that someone would finally listen and it was time to come forward?
Thank you, Jim. You know, I think we've all learned enough to know now that when it comes to sexual assault allegations, it takes time for women or any victim to process what happened, to understand how to deal with the trauma, to work through it, and to get to a point where she is strong enough to come forward. It takes time. That's why the law has extended statutes of limitations, time deadlines to file, because the law recognizes that sexual assault allegations are different, and it just takes time. So for Lana, now is the time. And even now, it's very difficult, but she's doing it.
Ms. Teresa, had you followed Eric Swalwell's political career, and if you're comfortable talking a little bit about how that made you feel,
She's not going to be answering any questions. Okay. She had her statement.
Can you answer that?
Thank you. Was she following his career? I don't.
Some who know Mr. Swalwell have suggested that he's living a secret life, a double life, and we're absolutely bounced back all of the accusations that have come. Whether in this particular instance, or perhaps in your experience, is that usually the case that people who are around someone like him are just totally in the dark on this, or are there clues? Are there people who should have known something was wrong?
Well, it is very common when someone is multiply accused of sexual misconduct that the people around them don't know. That's very common. Or any kind of crimes. People on the street often say, I had no idea. So I think that's pretty common.
Do you have a message for the social media content creators who started publishing some of these allegations and helped these women to realize maybe for the first time that they were not alone anymore?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you to the women on social media, to the women who have already come forward, to anyone who has been an advocate, anyone who has assisted. It's very hard to do this by yourself. And anyone who can support women, who can help them, who can advocate, who can speak out, it makes a tremendous difference. So thank you.
And I'll add to that, there's a phenomenon.
All right, you've been listening to lawyer Lisa Bloom there, representing an accuser of Congressman Eric Swalwell. We learned that in 2018, Alana Drews, she accuses the congressman of drugging her drink at an event and sexually assaulting her. And the details were very graphic. And she initially met the congressman, according to Drews, at an event. He promised to help her with her software company, and then They met a couple of times, and he said at this event where she had one glass of wine that she believes she was drugged, and he said, hold on, let me get paperwork in my hotel room, and that is when she couldn't feel her body, and she went on to explain the details of her alleged attack.
Lots of details, very disturbing to hear. Lisa Bloom also made a point to say that since Lana Drews has stepped forward, and as you heard her talk about what happened, 3 other accusers have also contacted Lisa Bloom. She did not go into detail as to who those people are, but the former Democratic frontrunner for California's gubernatorial governor race, as of yesterday, stepped down, and he has denied the allegations. You're taking a look right now at the picture from the event where Lana Drews and Eric Swalwell were together. That's a photograph. I believe this is from 2018.
She says this assault happened. She also says at the time, this of course was non-consensual. She knew that he was expecting a child with his wife. She knew he was married. She at the time was also in a relationship with a boyfriend, that she would never cheat on the boyfriend. So this was always a platonic relationship between herself and Swalwell. So again, non-consensual, but I believe we do have a statement you were going to read about from Swalwell.
We obviously haven't had an update as to what he has to say in his reaction to the accusations being made against him right now. But he did post on his X account yesterday when all of this came to light amid the sexual misconduct allegations in general. And he said, I'm deeply sorry to my family, staff, and constituents for mistakes and judgment I've made in the past. I will fight the serious false allegations made against me. However, I must take responsibility and ownership for the mistakes I did make. I'm aware of the efforts to bring an immediate expulsion vote against me and other members. Expelling anyone in Congress without due process within days of an allegation being made is wrong, but it's also wrong for my constituents to have me distracted from my duties. Therefore, I plan to resign my seat in Congress. So this is all coming down yesterday amid the sexual misconduct allegations. But as of today, with this breaking news right now, we have yet to hear a reaction and a response.
And not only did he suspend his run for California governor, but then yesterday announcing that he would resign out of Congress as well because of those investigations into him. So more on this as we continue to follow what accusers potentially have to say, but clearly an emotional testimony from Lana Drews there regarding the congressman. We do have to change gears now and cover some local news here that we want to tell you about. An elementary school in Riverside is rolling out the red carpet as students show off their skills in and out of the classroom. So this is a good story.
This is a good story.
Yes.
This will put a smile on your face. Leadership Day has arrived at Liberty Elementary. That's where Coco is to show us what they're up to. Lots of active kids. High energy there, Coco.
Hey there, there's a lot of excitement here at Liberty Elementary School in Riverside for Leadership Day. You can see the Liberty Legends are performing as well. They're so incredible, some great kids. I have more students to introduce you to as well. I've got Esmeralda here and Delfino. And Delfino, I'm going to start with you. If you can talk about what you like about Leadership Day.
What I like about Leadership Day is that all the parents can come over and see what a great job Liberty does and all the activities they do to make sure that every kid feels welcomed.
I love that. And if you can talk about what you like about Liberty Elementary School too.
That they're always here when I need them. They have such good teachers to talk to, and they're always ready to be helpful and to support you.
I love that. Those are great answers, too. And I got to get over here to Esmeralda. So, yeah, I know you've been so excited about this day. Tell us about what you like about Leadership Day.
What I like about Leadership Day is that we get to show off what we do throughout the year. This year, one of the highlights of this year was the cleanup campus competition. I worked really hard on that. Yesterday, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Nobody knows it yet. Inside, nobody knows it yet. We won the competition. I cannot believe it. We won for the water conservation theme. We were actually planning to not do it because we hadn't really done anything, but one day before, I convinced Miss Carol that I wanted to do it. I was all in, and I wrote my script. The judges came the next day. I practiced it. I read. I did everything I needed to do. The next day, I'm there. I'm ready, and then we win.
Yes, congratulations to you. Now I know why you were so excited to talk to us as well. And what do you like about the school?
What I like about the school is that the leaders are the students here.
I like that.
The students get to provide, like, we create our own environment because we, like, make everybody feel welcome here. A good leader, I believe, has a lot of empathy. One of my friends, she's one of the most empathetic persons I know. Her name's Anais. She's actually our COO here at Liberty, and shout out to Anais.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Esmeralda. Thank you so much, Delfino, as well. And shout out to the Liberty Legends for their performance, too, here for Leadership Day. I'll send it back to you.
They're so good. Oh, my gosh, so fun. I love it.
So great.
Yeah,
And you match them.
Leave it to you. You match them perfectly. Thank you, Coco.
Right?
Yes. Yes, it's perfect. All right, now, heads up, soccer fans, World Cup tickets should be hiding in plain sight around Los Angeles. Wireless company Total Wireless posting flyers with tear-off tabs across neighborhoods in several host cities for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Each tab can be redeemed at a participating store for 2 match tickets. The promotion launched in LA, Miami, Houston, and New York turned everyday bulletin boards basically into a ticket hunt.
No way, but
you gotta be on the lookout, Sandra. That's what they say.
And you gotta believe. you gotta see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Good
2
luck.
tickets to the World Cup.
Good luck.
Good luck. Look at those bulletin boards. If you find them, let me know where they are. We'll be right back. We start this hour with breaking news. We just heard from a woman who is accusing California Congressman Eric Swalwell of sexual assault, saying he drugged and raped her. Listen.
I knew he was married at the time and that his wife was pregnant. He was my friend. On the third occasion, I believe he drugged my drink. I only had one glass of wine. We were supposed to go to a political event, and he said he needed to get paperwork from his hotel room. When I arrived at his hotel room, I was already incapacitated, and I couldn't move my arms or my body. He raped me. And he choked me. And while he was choking me, I lost consciousness. And I thought I died. I did not consent to any sexual activity.
That is Lana Drews explaining the alleged assault that happened in 2018 at an event in West Hollywood. Now, Swalwell has said in a statement yesterday, after a number of accusers have come out, not specifically talking about this case, but this is his statement yesterday after apologizing to his family and friends and supporters. He says, "I will fight the serious false allegation made against me. However, I must take responsibility and ownership for the mistakes I did make." He, of course, suspended his campaign for California governor and then has resigned from the House.
And on Friday, 3 other women alleged various kinds of sexual misconduct allegations against Swalwell, including unsolicited explicit messages, nude photos. He repeatedly has denied those allegations. So we'll see what and if there will be a response on behalf of the new information that we just learned in the last half hour or so. Lisa Bloom, the attorney representing Lana Drews, also made a statement saying that she has been approached by 3 other women with similar sexual misconduct allegations.
And the next step here is they will be filing a police report and a criminal complaint against the former congressman. So we'll stay on top of that, but we do have other news to get to. Breaking news here, LA Unified School District classes, they're in session this morning, thanks to the district and the last of 3 unions reaching a tentative deal that happened at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Let's go to Mario right now, standing by to talk about how close it came to a massive walkout, Mario.
Yeah, it was really down to the wire in a matter of hours, Sandra, Roxia. We're inside the mayor's chambers here at LA City Hall, and we're getting ready for a news conference to get underway here in the next couple of minutes. You can see the setup here behind me. Now, we're expecting to hear from district and union officials and from the mayor herself, since she was part of the negotiations overnight. A major breakthrough as a potential teacher strike in LAUSD is now off the table. So take a look. Let's start with this overnight announcement from the district. It reads in part, "We're pleased to announce that we've reached an agreement in principle with SEIU Local 99 that will allow schools to be open." Now, ahead of the potential strike involving 3 major unions, students rallied in support of school staff and solidarity, and we saw that leading right up to this tentative agreement. There was a real concern that classrooms would be shut down today, and SEIU, representing about 30,000 essential workers, was prepared to walk off the job with teachers and administrators ready to join if a deal wasn't reached with all 3 unions. But overnight, the Service Employees Union and LAUSD reaching a tentative agreement, including a 24% wage increase, expanded health benefits, and more work hours. Meanwhile, LAUSD's acting superintendent, Andres Chait, he joined the mayor saying he's grateful a strike was averted.
Gratitude to Max, to the SEIU leadership team. Thank you to our larger community for hanging in there with us. Thank you to Mayor Bass and her team for leaning in and getting us here.
I stand at the ready 24/7 to make sure that the children of the city of Los Angeles prosper and have the benefit and privilege that I did.
Now that breakthrough coming just hours before the potential strike that would have disrupted life for more than 400,000 students and their families. And the announcement, as Roxy and Sandra had mentioned, was made around 2 o'clock this morning. So if we come back out here live, you can see some of the union leaders here gathered, waiting for that news conference to get underway shortly. Still no sign of the mayor at this moment, but again, we're expecting to hear from the acting superintendent, the mayor, and union leaders about this multi-union deal that was reached here late last night, early this morning, actually. For now, live at City Hall. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
We'll just keep it right there, and with you there, we'll talk a little bit until this does get underway. It seems like it's moments away. It's a packed, obviously, small room, so we understand it might be difficult to speak. But while we wait for this, Mario, you can talk a little bit about how the 24% price hike, that sounds huge. In reality, do you think the union's happy with that?
Yeah, it really is being celebrated as a win. SEIU Local 99, we're calling for higher wages and more health care benefits. That 24% actually marks one of the largest increases the union itself has seen since they started negotiating with the district. And we can tell you that the union had been stressing that these workers, we're talking about cafeteria workers, custodians, and bus drivers on average, made about $35,000 a year. So this 24% increase equates to about $8,400 for many of these workers annually.
And politically, obviously, for Mayor Karen Bass seeking re-election, this is a big deal for her to come in and negotiate a final deal to avert a strike. So this is obviously good symbolism here for the mayor as they announce the contracts that were agreed to by the 3 unions that we're talking about, which would have impacted so many families, children, and all of their lives.
As we watch, Mario,
something that we'll hear today.
It looks like it's interesting, the unity, of course, everyone linking arms, but also everyone seems to have a pleasant, smiling face, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it was really intense there for a moment. It seems like, for the most part, it seems like everyone walked away with a little something.
Yeah, and you have to think about the weeks leading up to this. There was so much uncertainty, not only for the students and staff, but for so many families who were scrambling to try to find childcare and other social services, or I should say services that the school was offering. So it looks like the mayor's coming up to the podium right now, getting ready to make some comments again about this overnight deal that was reached with the SEIU Local 99, cafeteria workers, bus drivers, the staff that really keep campuses open. And this could have been a huge impact. We're talking about over 1,000 campuses throughout the LA Unified School District, the second largest in the country. And we saw it this morning, classrooms and schools opening up with students back in the classroom. So much relief for all those parents and families who were worried that schools wouldn't be open today. So let's go ahead and listen in. The mayor getting ready to speak here in just a second.
Good morning, everyone. Are we ready?
1 second.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Excuse me?
Oh, what's your
We were there late.
Yes, exactly.
Whenever you're ready, Mayor.
Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I will say that this is a good morning. This is a very good morning. And I know there's a lot of individuals standing behind me, the heart and soul of who is taking care of our children and preparing the next generation to lead this city. I want to, on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, thank you so much for what you do every single day. Thank you. So I stand here before you today as your mayor, but also as a proud LAUSD graduate, parent, and grandparent, whose daughter was very happy to hear that my grandson was going to school today. So it has been a long night, and it's been a long few weeks of negotiations, but our schools are open, our kids are in class, and school workers are on the job caring for and shaping the minds of our future. Although the city of Los Angeles, of course, has no direct jurisdiction over the school district, but my job is to fight for all Angelenos no matter what, for every kid, every teacher, every school worker, every parent, and we got the job done. I stepped into negotiations to make sure that every effort was made to find an agreement, to reach a compromise, because a strike would disrupt the lives of hundreds of thousands of kids and their parents who need child care, need to go to school, and need to go to work. I also stepped in to make sure that our city was prepared. So in case a strike happened, we were prepared to assist Angelenos, to assist the district. It's hard to think to me of a more important job in our country than working in our schools and taking the responsibility of shaping our future generations. Our teachers, cafeteria workers, administrators, special education assistants, custodians, delivery drivers, bus drivers, medical attendees, and other dedicated workers care for our children every day, and they deserve a fair contract. Now there is one on the table, and class is in session. I want to thank everyone who is here with me today. Max Arias, the Executive Director of SEIU 99. Cecily and Cheryl from UTLA. Maria Nichols, AALA, Teamsters. The head of our labor movement, Yvonne Wheeler, Los Angeles County Federation of Labor. Our acting superintendent, Andres Chait. Our school board president, Scott Schmerlson. Our school board vice president, Dr. Rivas. And all of our LAUSD board members and our labor partners that are here today, the people who keep our schools running, our children safe, and the safety of the city, the future of our city is in your hands. And thank you so much for what you do every day. Now I'd like to introduce our acting superintendent, Andres Chait.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a pleasure to be here today, especially because it's with our schools open for students and staff. I'll say that one more time. Our schools are open for students and staff. I want to lead from a place of gratitude. I want to start, of course, by thanking Mayor Bass for her leadership and partnership throughout this process, but particularly at some key inflection points last night and into the early morning. She played an integral role in bringing our parties together, hosting negotiations, and helping to create conditions to get us over that last hurdle so that we could come to a place of agreement. Thank you, Mayor Bass. I am forever grateful. In reaching these agreements, of course, I want to thank our workforce, the backbone and the heart of our district, our employees who work with our students, service our students every day, and are there for our kiddos well before sunrise in some cases and well after sunset. Thank you to all of our employees for being with us. But I also want to thank... Yes. I want to thank our labor leaders. I want to thank Cecily, Max, Maria. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your partnership. Sincerely, my hope is that this presents a new day of opportunity for partnership and collaboration going forward. So I thank you for that. Yeah. Of course, I want to thank our amazing Board of Education. These 7 folks live at our schools. They're focused on our schools. It's about our students. It's about our staff. They provided us clear direction on what needed to get done while still maintaining some flexibility to ensure that we got to the finish line. Thank you, Board President Schmerlson, Board Vice President Dr. Rivas, and to all of our Board of Education. Thank you. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the district's negotiating team. These are folks that have been working on this, in some cases, for 2 years. And I know that their work sometimes is behind the scenes and is not always pleasant, but they get it done. I appreciate it. Thank you to the negotiating team. My last statement of gratitude is to our larger community, but especially to our parents, of which I am one. I am a district parent. I know because I was getting all the emails last night and texts. Some people somehow have my phone number saying, what the heck is going on? Let us know. And you hung in there with us. We asked you for your patience. We asked you for your belief in us that we would get this done for you. Thank you. That will never be forgotten. Thank you, parents that are out there. Thank you to our community for believing in us that we would get this done. Thank you. Okay. In closing, I stand here today grateful, hopeful, and clear-eyed about what lies ahead. Grateful that we have avoided disruption to our schools and communities and that we have reached agreements with our entire workforce. Hopeful that today is a new day and that we can reset our relationships with labor. I've said this over and over, all the way back to when I was a teacher, a principal, all my different roles. I've never believed in an adversarial role or relationship rather between a district and its workforce. It just doesn't make sense. And I hope this is an opportunity for us to reset that. And I am clear-eyed about the challenges that lie ahead. You know, we've signed agreements with our workforce that honor the work that they do, that are in some cases will call on us as a leadership team to find resources to really hone in on what's most important for our schools, and I think that will require, again, partnership between all of us. In closing, and I say this as the proverbial lifer with LAUSD since 1998, I believe in Los Angeles Unified, but I know that we can only achieve our best outcomes when we are truly unified. Thank you. With that, it's now my pleasure to introduce Max Arias, the Executive Director for SEIU Local 99.
Oh, our team is back there. Thank you, Superintendent Scheid. I don't know how y'all got talking points put together, but kudos, because we ended like at 2 in the morning. I also want to start a place of gratitude. I first want to start thanking Mayor Bass for her leadership. And not just the leadership, but her empathy and her empathetic leadership. That matters because that's the type of leadership that people follow. And then I really want to think, you know, I think what our movement in labor, we built a community. And the school community got tighter, you know. Ms. Maria Nichols from Teamster 2010, new president, just brought a new level of solidarity with the principals. Ms. Cecily Maya Cruz and the teachers of UTLA, despite having a contract, we're still ready to support our members. And I cannot leave Sister Yvonne Wheeler, who represents that all of labor got behind our demands. And I just want to remind, it's really what we, our members of Local 99, started out with was we need clean, safe, supportive schools for all. Because they are the ones, together with the teachers, principals, and in the school community, that's actually there, seeing the needs of the children and seeing what's missing. So it was important for LAUSD to listen to the voices. And I want to appreciate Acting Superintendent Chait, for coming into a very difficult situation and stepping in and showing leadership and giving us some hope. We are ready. Our members are ready to always give a chance to building a relationship or a partnership, but a partnership must be grounded in mutual respect for each other. Yeah. And so this is a first step, and we must continue. And I also want to remind, I really appreciate the parents and for hanging in there, all the school workers and the public. I want to remind us on the eve of a potential strike, who was there. We were being supported by teachers and principals, but it was the people that clean, the people that cook, the people that drive the buses, the people that provide health care to students, the people that drive trucks from the warehouse in Pico Rivera, warehouse workers, custodians, air conditioning techs. We have President Conrado back there. He's an air conditioning tech. As well, Vice President Elizabeth Parker. She's a special ed assistant. You see her leadership. And all of these, the people, the district does not wake up without our members. And so it's important for us to remember, as public, as you're driving through the schools, or you're passing a school, and you say, oh, that's the teachers, and we love our teachers, and we all do. There's a principals, we love them. Remember who else is there. Because only if you remember would they stop being invisible. And then we will stop having to have these moments, right? But it is important to note that in the last 6 years, our members have achieved an average of about 54% raise. And that's big. That's huge, And in this cycle, we managed to stabilize the hours of work, which is important for students' services, and a pathway to achieve that, and a pathway to lessen the dependence on private corporations and continue to work with district employees who are specialized in doing what they do. But it is important to remember, after all these gains, our members are still going to be on an average, I don't know, calculating off the top of my head, $42,000, $45,000 a year average. So the work is not done. These remember who our members are: parents in LAUSD, half of them, black and brown women mostly, that are doing this back-breaking work and supporting teachers and supporting students with education. So we must not forget. However, if we can find partnership and we can find a pathway to find partnership with the board, and Superintendent Chait and Board President Schmerelson and Vice President Rosillo and all of them, and partnership means equal respect, we're hopeful that we can start working towards not having workers live in poverty and making sure that we have robust staffing to be able to care for all students, and that we finally achieve clean, safe, supportive schools for all, with safe transportation, safe meals, safe deliveries, and everything that entails. But most of all, I really want to appreciate our members of Local 99.
Yes.
So we're ready to keep working. Our members are ready, as always, to keep supporting students, teachers, the whole school community, and parents as they do. And because I almost said because when we fight, we win, and I just have to say because when we fight, we win. All right. And now I would like to introduce a sister in the movement, a sister in the struggle, and just my sister, after all, President of UTLA, Cecily Maya Cruz.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a unified day. Solidarity is on my chest because solidarity is a verb and it's an action. Solidarity in the struggle for what is just and what is right. I want to thank you, Mayor Bass, for stepping in, showing leadership in the struggle to get our folks to reach the goal. I want to give you a thanks, Superintendent Chait, for showing humanity. Yes. Humanity. And I don't use that lightly. lightly humanity for seeing us, seeing the workers, and believing that you can get it across the finish line. I want to thank Dr. Rivas and Scott Schmerelson for your leadership. The board, your leadership says a lot about what we can do together when we're unified.
All right, there you've been listening to reaction to the fact that LAUSD strike has been averted. Certainly a good morning for so many families across the district, students, a sigh of relief really, because there was so much uncertainty, didn't know which way this was going to go, and it came down to that last hour, and finally an agreement was made. And as you've been listening, obviously everyone seems to be in a joyous mood.
Everyone happy, a strike is averted, and kids are in class today. With that last union, the third and final union, reaching a tentative deal at 2 o'clock this morning. So a lot of parents waking up in the middle of the night to see, are we going to school? Is there a strike? What's the plan? But thankfully, strike averted here.
Back to regularly scheduled programming. And you can, if you'd like to continue to watch this, you can do so on the Fox Local app. But we'll take a break. We'll come back and have some other stories for you. 10:28, some breaking news this morning. The former USC gynecologist who was accused of sexually assaulting hundreds of women.
UCLA.
Thank you, Sandra. Pled guilty today in a surprise turn of events. James Heaps ended the years-long legal battle. Back and forth it went, and then he pled guilty to sex crimes involving 2 of his former patients. Back in February, an appeals court actually overturned his conviction because his defense argued one of the jurors didn't speak English well. Well, today, Heaps was sentenced to 11 months in prison. Meanwhile, UCLA has agreed to pay nearly $700 million to settle lawsuits brought by hundreds of Heaps' alleged victims.
And breaking news this morning, a woman came forward with sexual misconduct allegations against Congressman Eric Swalwell.
Yeah, let's go to Nick Garcia right now, live in Beverly Hills with the story. It was a tough story to hear, Nick.
Absolutely, Aroxia Sandra. I mean, Lana Drews is now the 5th person to come out with allegations of sexual misconduct against Swalwell, the 2nd now alleging rape. We're going to take you to some video now. She says she met Swalwell 3 times. All 3 encounters were in LA County. Now, she was a model and also had a fashion software company, and says she wanted connections for her company, which Swalwell promised her. She was also interested in local politics. Here's the moment, though, she described the alleged rape. Listen.
Knew he was married at the time and that his wife was pregnant. He was my friend. On the 3rd occasion, I believe he drugged my drink. I only had 1 glass of wine. We were supposed to go to a political event, and he said he needed to get paperwork from his hotel room. When I arrived at his hotel room, I was already incapacitated, and I couldn't move my arms or my body. He raped me. And he choked me. And while he was choking me, I lost consciousness. And I thought I died. I did not consent to any sexual activity.
It's such a harrowing experience that the victim describes, or she says that happened. Now, she and her attorneys, Lisa Bloom and Eric Swalwell of the Bloom firm, will be filing a police report with the LA Sheriff's Department immediately. That could be as soon as today, because the alleged rape happened in West Hollywood. LA Sheriff's Department oversees that area. Again, she says she has evidence in the form of texts, journal entries, and photos. She did not initially report the rape, but did talk to her friends and even her therapist, she says, about the incident. Back out here live, Lisa Bloom says at least 3 other women, that's the attorney, says 3 other women at least have reached out to her already regarding other allegations against Swalwell. We'll see if we learn anything more about those. But for now, live in Beverly Hills, I'm Nick Garcia. I'll send it back to you.
Certainly more to come on that. Nick, thank you so much. An elementary school in Riverside turning the spotlight on its students today. It's all about building confidence, setting goals, and leading their campus.
That's right. Coco McAvoy live at Liberty Elementary with more on the school's annual Leadership Day. Hi, Coco.
Hey there, that's right. We are here at Liberty Elementary School in Riverside, and you said it. It's all about leadership, and these students really are leaders too. I'm excited to introduce you to them. All of them are 7th graders now, so they used to go to this school. They graduated from the Lighthouse Leadership Program, so all of them are now leaders at